Episode 22 of Tokyo Revenge is just when I think the show couldn't get any better. It just gets better, man. Like, god damn, what a show this is turning out to be, man. This definitely has to be anime of the year. It has to be. I mean, what other candidates are there? It has to be anime of the year. But anyway, man, what is up, guys? Tyrus Anime HD here, and welcome back to another anime video. This is my first time doing an anime review. I thought I'll do a review to Tokyo Revengers episode 22. One episode this has turned out to be. What a series this has turned out to be. Episode 22, episode 21, two big episodes in this anime series. So I want to first start off by saying I have not read the manga for Tokyo Revengers at all, so literally I'm just judging this based on the anime. I have no idea what the manga is like, so yeah fam. Let's just straight get into the review of Tokyo Revengers episode 22. Alright, so this episode is more of a chilled episode. I mean, there was a bit of action towards the middle and, you know, towards the kind of end of the episode, but this is more of a chilled episode, and I really enjoyed this episode, man. I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. The whole backstory between Baji and Matsuno played a huge part in this episode. I mean, it took up most of the whole episode, to be honest. This episode dives very deep into the relationship and on how Baji and Matsuno became very close friends in the series. There was a lot less action in this episode, which I really don't mind. Episodes like this is nice to have every now and then. Alright, so first we go back into the past when, you know, the Tokyo Manji gang, the main characters and the main gang members of the Tokyo Manji gang, were about 12 to 13 years old. We had Mikey, Kazutora, Baji, Matsuno, Pa, Draken, and I think there was a few other members as well. There's around about the first 5 minutes of the episode. I really like the part where, you know, just out of the blue, Mikey just says, why don't we start a gang? Why don't we just name it Tokyo Manjiro Gang? And then, you know, everyone's just like, how that name sucks and that. But yeah, I really like that part, man. Like, it was just so out of the blue, but, you know, it was just so good at the same time. Mikey also then gives the gang members their different roles and also gives them their titles. I really enjoyed that part as well. I think it just really showed us how this whole gang came to form and how this gang just became just powerful and just an unstoppable force in this series. Another bit I also enjoyed was when they all eyed up the charm. Like, they literally went in their pockets and just looked at how much change they got, and a lot of them just had like 25 yen, 100 yen, like 300 yen, hardly any money to buy it. I think they just joined up all the change anyway. In the end, they did buy the charm. They gave the charm to Baji. That's how we saw in, I believe, episode 21 is when Baji died, and you saw he had the charm with him even till the day that he died. This just showed us that Baji had the loyalty. He showed that he didn't betray them, and he showed that he really would do anything for that gang. Like, when we first got introduced to Baji, I'm pretty sure we all thought this guy was just an absolute brute, and I'm pretty sure we probably all disliked him, if we're being quite honest. But, you know, in reality, this guy was just very loyal to his gang members, man. It made it seem like he did snake them and turn on them, but in the end, man, he literally just done whatever he could to just show his loyalty to the gang, and I just really enjoyed that, man. I really enjoyed that about this episode. Alright, so we had another rewind back into the past, taking place in Matsuno's high school. I like how it showed that Matsuno was really just running that school, man. He was like, fam, this is my school, I run it, fam, I run it. Like, Matsuno really ran that school, fam, and he was about 13 years old, maybe even 12 years old, and he was just running that school on his ones, fam. Like, I really enjoyed that, man. That was funny, I can't even lie. Just when you thought Matsuno ran that school and he must have thought no one could rival him, no one could come close to him running that school, he finds out rumors about a certain Baji rivaling him and, you know, maybe even causing trouble, fam. Little did we know, when he confronted Baji, it turned out that Baji was a nerd, fam. Like, did you guys see his outfit that he was wearing in that episode? Because, fam, I was just shocked. Glasses, I mean, hair tied up, man. He looked like a complete nerd, and he was just really studying, fam, studying his heart out. He really looked like a nerd. I mean, if I didn't know that I was Baji, I would just think that was a completely just random ass character. I mean, that didn't look like Baji at all, let's just say that. But yeah, man, I like how they added that comedy part of the episode, Baji being turned into a nerd supposedly, fam. And little did Matsuno know that Baji turned out to be an absolute animal, an absolute beast, fam, and an absolute tank you know, in the whole series. At the end of the day, Matsuno walks home by himself and is confronted by about 10, I would say about 10 or more gang members. And bro, he really puts up a good fight. Let's just say that, fam. One of him and about 10 or more gang members. And I can't lie, man, he's doing well for himself. He's giving out a few good ass whippings until, you know, finally, let's just take that into reality, fam. One person against 10 or more gang members, it usually doesn't end well. Usually doesn't anyway. He got, let's just say, he got a few beatings. He got a few beatings here and there. I mean, he didn't get his ass completely beat, but, you know, fam, he did get a few beatings, a few, you know, punches to the chin, a few, you know, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, fam. But yeah, man, just when we thought Matsuno was finished, fam, out of nowhere, and this is the part where I guessed it, Baji comes out of nowhere and helps Matsuno, fam. I mean, these gang members literally thought, little did they know that Baji was an absolute machine, man. They thought he was just another nerd. They thought they could just pick on him. They thought they could just smoke him without, you know, wasting any energy. But little did they know, fam, Baji was here to whip some ass, fam. The way Baji took off his nerd disguise as well. Well, I don't know if it's disguise or if he actually is a nerd, but the way he took that off, fam, and just gave out ass whoopings left, right, and center, fam. Oh, god damn. I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed that bit, man. It just showed us that Baji was just a complete animal. I mean, he's the only guy that rivals Mikey in terms of, you know, strength. I mean, the guy, he's on another level, fam. Like, I'm really starting to take a liking to Baji. At the end of the fight, when their asses got whipped as well, fam, Baji gave that, you know, very, very intimidating battle cry roar. And the look of his face as well, fam, just shows you that that is the Baji we all know. Very intimidating, very strong, fam. And if I saw someone like that in real life, just know I'm out. I'm out, fam. Loud fighting that guy, bro. But yeah, man, at the end of that little gang fight, their relationship grew even stronger. Baji and Matsuno became very, very close friends. I think Matsuno went to Baji's house, I'm pretty sure, and that's where the whole yakisoba came, which I thought that was funny as well. I really enjoyed that. The split in yakisoba came, and we saw that yakisoba as well, that reference to the yakisoba in episode 21, and I think we saw in episode 20 as well, I believe. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed that yakisoba part, man. All right, so we jump back into the present of episode 22. We have a little recap of what went down, fam, after the bloody Halloween. We had one arrest, which was Kazutora, and we had one unfortunate death, fam, which was Baggy. Did I say Baggy? Did I really just say fam? How the hell have I... It was around this bit as well in my reaction where I was just thinking to myself, does Kazutora really feel any remorse or feel any regret for what he's done? I mean, he killed Mikey's older brother, he killed Baji as well, and little did I know, a few minutes later, Kazutora literally bows his head down and he literally pleads for forgiveness. I mean, he bowed his head down. What more do you want him to do? He pleaded for forgiveness and he literally said, Mikey, please forgive me. He stayed with Baji the whole time until the police came, and that just shows, fam, that he really is in regret for what he done, fam, and he really just regrets his decisions overall. Alright, so we have a little mini time skip about 2 weeks later. Shows us that Kazutora is in juvenile. Draken and Takemichi visit Kazutora in jail. Kazutora is doing 10 years in prison, I believe. I mean, let me know if you think 10 years is enough. I mean, he really killed Baji, but I guess who has evidence? I mean, the police weren't there to see it, so how do they know? But I'm not really sure what that would be called in real life. But 10 years, I don't know. I don't think it's enough, but you know, yeah, just let me know in the comments, fam, if you think 10 years was enough. Draken urges Kazutora to stay strong, do his time, and when he comes out, he will be free to rejoin the Tokyo Manjiro gang. Draken also says to Kazutora that Mikey has forgiven you and he will always be a part of the Tokyo Manjiro gang. I thought that bit, that little quote right there, fam, just summed up the whole episode and the whole series, to be honest, as a whole. After everything he's done, Mikey forgives him and says you will always be a part of the Manjiro gang. I mean, god damn, fam, what a quote that is, man. What a quote. That quote's really gonna live in my head for a long ass time, fam. But yeah, man, all in all, I really enjoyed episode 22 of Tokyo Revengers. Like I said, I know this episode was not really much of an action episode, kinda, but you know, episodes like this really does help anime only watchers. It just really helps us a lot, man. I mean, the whole backstory of the Tokyo Manjiro gang, how it formed, the whole backstory of how Baji and Matsuno became very, very close friends. I just really enjoyed this episode, man. Episodes like this does really help us a lot. And after an action-packed episode in episode 21, we really deserve to have an episode like this, just recapping everything. But yeah, man, this is my first time doing a review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what I should do to improve this, because like I said, this is my first time doing a review. Hopefully you guys stay tuned. I will be doing a review to episode 23 next week if this does well. But yeah, man, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's your boy Tyrus, fam, and I'm signing out. Peace.